I think the other area that people need to look at a little bit more closely, and it's not a new area, but it has a tendency to get forgotten about sometimes, is when you see all these external threats, you have a tendency sometimes to forget about what's going on internally. And so that persistent monitoring, not only does it have to happen externally, looking at that, all the threats coming in over the horizon, but you've still got to have a very solid program internally. We all have employees that have issues at times, and not having the capability to understand when someone may need help. They have suicidal ideation. Maybe they're visiting websites that are associated with self-radicalization. They're on hate sites, things of that sort. Those employees pose risk. And to not understand what's going on in that space and then being able to, when appropriate and in a timely manner, provide help to those employees who need help, or potentially change the course of action of an employee that's clearly going down a path of risk, I think sometimes that gets forgotten about. And it's amazing when you go and sit down and talk about insider threat sometimes, what it means to some people. Some people, it's a very narrow focus. It's all about information protection. Other people, it's focused in different spaces. I think it needs to have a broad focus where you're looking at all the different types of threats and risks that an employee can pose. And sure, some of that is stealing proprietary information, but there are lots of other things that employee can do that can have a very adverse impact within the workplace. So it's, if you're going to look at risk, you got to do it all encompassing, and it's internal and external, and you can't shortchange one or the other. You got to do them both equally well.